Hey, what's up, guys? It's Chris here from Chris's Sci-Fi Reactions. We're here with another Smallville. It's been quite some time since I watched the last one. Can't actually remember what happened in the last one. So, yeah, full uncut, unedited reaction will be available on Patreon. Link in the description below. And let's just get straight on into this. Kryptonite. I don't think we've actually heard the term kryptonite used yet.
Now, this is what I love about high school parties. People will gather anywhere as long as there's illegally purchased alcohol and even the slightest chance of hooking up.
If I recall correctly, you're the one
True.
who wanted to come to this party.
Well, yeah, but I didn't know it was going to be so cold. It's like 20,000 degrees below zero out here.
I don't know, it doesn't feel that cold to me.
What are you, from an ice planet? It's freezing. I'm going to go thaw out by
Quite
the
true.
Have fun.
Although in the later movies, I don't think Krypton's depicted as being an ice planet.
Hey, Kent. You're friends with Chloe? Is she flying solo tonight? Believe me, Sean, you're not her type. Come on, Sean, let's go. Hey, Whitney, backpack. Come on, let's walk.
No skating, no swimming, no fishing. How many times do people actually listen to those signs? Even though they should.
Your phone number down on Sean Calvin's hand.
Don't sound so shocked, Clark. Guys do find me attractive even though I don't have raven hair and the initials LL.
That's not what I meant. He has a dog. $54,501.38.
Hey, son. Look, I'm sorry. We didn't need for you to hear all that.
You don't have to protect me. Is it that bad?
Yeah, it's pretty bad. We might have to take out a bank loan.
Another one? The interest alone would put us up to
Clark, don't.
Maybe I can help.
You already have. Last season you saved us 4 part-time hands.
I'm thinking bigger picture. You know, forget about this whole high school thing and try for a pro sports team. I could make a ton of money in endorsements.
Damn. So true.
The mood.
Much as we'd love to see your face on a cereal box, we'd settle for you getting to school on time.
Forgot. That's 65,200
Go!
and one. So did Sean call?
Negative. Not that I was waiting by the phone or anything.
Maybe he got caught up. One time my sister didn't hear from a guy for a week. When she called to tell him off, turned out his grandmother died.
As much as I appreciate the spotlight here, I'm fine.
Well, you're probably better off. Sean's a total dog anyway.
He's not that bad, Clark. He's always been cool to me. Just because you can't get past your Lana crush, don't knock the rest of us for trying to make a love connection.
I thought we were focusing on me here.
I don't have a crush on Lana.
Then why don't you ask some other girl out?
Like who?
Like Chloe.
Okay, wait! I'm not some crash test dummy you guys can use to try out your dating skills. You! If you like Lana so much, why don't you just ask her out and get it over with? And you! Stop acting like a Vegas bookie picks your dates. And both of you, treat me better.
Yeah, when it comes to relationships, Chloe's sort of left on the outs.
This is the flu season, young man. I don't even know why you came in today.
I felt fine this morning.
Yeah. You know, if you ended up like him, would you go to the hospital? Or would you do what he's doing?
It's bad enough you ride that motorcycle, but why do you have to repair it in the house?
Because if I didn't, you'd never have any reason to be angry with me.
I'll trade you. Do all the engine work you want, but come with me to Lex's.
We've already talked about that.
I talked, you grunted.
I thought that I was rather articulate. Sweetheart, the Luthers have sold out anyone who's ever trusted them. I mean, they don't know what it means to keep their word.
They is Lex's father, not him. Be honest, you've never seen him be anything but generous. Arrogant and a little strange, yes, but he's been a good friend to Clark. We have to at least hear him out.
Why?
We need options, Jonathan. Our home is on the line, our farm.
Well, then I guess we're here to listen.
Nice.
I've never actually sat in a limo before tonight.
Clark, what's wrong?
Look, it's complicated. Look, can you hang out here for a while? I want you to be safe.
Safe from what?
I promise I'll explain when I get back. Will you wait for me?
Sure.
Will he?
Just want you to know that this is the best non-date that I've ever had.
Of course, some.
I can't believe there's anything more important to him than you.
Ooh, not sure you're supposed to tell her that.
Just reading.
Pretty dressed up to be digging into a book. I'll catch up with you later.
Pete, why don't you take your date for a spin in the limo?
Oh, she's not a date. She's just my friend.
Either way, I won't be needing it.
Thanks.
What were you doing in a limo?
Just hanging out with a friend. Could you take me home?
I'd say his jealousy is justifiable. Because Lana clearly likes Clark.
This can't be happening. Sean.
Even with the ability to, absorb heat, I'm not sure you could survive that.
Power must have blown. Where were we? I believe you were explaining how you could single-handedly save the family farmer.
Jonathan.
It's okay, Mrs. Kent. I understand your husband's skepticism. Your farm's drowning in debt. We both know it. All I'm trying to do is offer you a hand, but you keep slapping it away.
I learned a long time ago from a man much smarter than myself that you need to solve your own problems.
Your father lived in different times, and he had his share of help. Seems government subsidies carried him through a number of lean years.
Where did you get these?
It's a matter of public record. I'm making a business offer. I had to do my due diligence.
Why are you so interested in our family, Lex?
Your son brought me back from the dead, Mr. Kent. When he reached in and pulled me out, he gave me a new life.
Clark just kill him? Oh my god, I think Clark just killed the kid. Damn.
Morning. I heard you took out a bank loan today.
Did you?
Okay, so that was Smallville, Season 1, Episode 5, I think it is. Cool. Yeah, an okay episode. I'd give it a 7. It's very basic, and again, I know it's Season 1, and, shows often do become a lot better, and judging season 1 can be a little difficult, but I'll give it a 7. I was a bit bored in bits, and I did find myself a bit restless watching this, predominantly because of that boredom. It was okay. I think I liked it more than the bug one, but yeah, I'd say probably the best out of the episodes I've seen so far would be the X-ray one. So let's just break this down a little bit. We start off with them at this party, sort of, bit of a hookup high school party. We meet Sean, who's this player. Takes interest in Chloe. Then we get, them Sean here going to pick up a football on a frozen lake bed. Why you would stand on that and do that is beyond me. It is the stupidest thing to do. We don't have snow here where I live in Australia, or at least in this part, we very rarely get that sort of thing. And where, in the area of Australia that I'm in, when it gets cold, you might get that slight bit of ice over the top, but nothing like what you get in America or the UK. Here, they're having the pizza arrived. We come here, and Sean is very cold, He then feeds off the heat of a fire that's been left on. Here we sort of see that the farm is in debt and they're struggling a bit. Here they're talking about, dating and who they like. Sean in the sick office, he absorbs that heat. Here we have Lex that approaches Martha from the back when she's got a chainsaw in her hand, not the smartest thing to do. And he says to Martha that, I'm offering his position as an investor. Here Lex is sort of saying, the quarterback, you're trying to get him back in. The quarterback then doesn't go ahead with the plans that he had with Lana. Lex then offers tickets. I can't remember what it was for. And then he asks Alana on a date. They obviously say, hey, no, it's not a date, it's just friends. But clearly it is. And clearly Lana likes Clark. And we have here, Sean sort of, looking for potential prey, if you like. Here we have Sean suck the heat out of one of his ex-girlfriends. Here we have them, discussing about the opportunity, going to see Lex about possible investors. Jonathan's not the happiest about this. Here we have Clark really happy about going on the date. The mum sort of saying, oh, isn't she dating Whitney? And Clark's sort of taken Lex's term of a boyfriend, a high school boyfriend isn't, a husband. It's an obstacle. Here we have Sean looking for potential more victims. Here we have Sean calling Chloe and saying, oh yeah, let's meet. Here we have the start of the meeting. We find out that it's not for every farm in Smallville. It's just for the Kents. Here we have them, Clark and Lana, in the limo on the way to that thing. Clark shows Lana a card trick. Of course, he uses his X-ray vision to cheat. Although if I was in the same place, I'd probably do the same thing. Here we have Chloe sort of following Sean's sort of romantic idea to the swimming pool. Then he tries to feed off Chloe. Clark gets here, throws Sean across the swimming pool. Then he sort of remembers about Lana, and then Whitney sort of has a problem, why is there a limo? Here we have Sean absorbing electricity, discussing about farming opportunities. We learn that Jonathan's dad actually did have help, government help, but yeah, he put his pride before opportunities. Lex is saying to Jonathan, oh, don't make the same mistake. Here we have Whitney, jealous, still over. Well, maybe not. His reaction might be legitimate. Given good reason. Here we have they crash, trying to miss Sean. Then we have them over in the loofah place. Here we have Clark, so his body heat was able to be taken by Sean, but he recovered. Sort of have this final fight scene between Sean and Clark. And here, I'm pretty sure Clark ends up killing Sean. I could be wrong, but it's pretty clear cut that he killed Sean. In self-defense, of course. Here we sort of have Lex and, Jonathan saying to Lex, oh, with the bank, I know where I stand. Here we have, Chloe sort of worried that she could have been the next victim. Here we have Lana and Clark talking about, sort of their friendship. And Clark asking, why do you date Whitney? And she's like, oh yeah, well, with him, I know where I stand, I know the score. With you, you're just a mystery. And that's the breakdown. Okay, so that was Smallville Season 1, titled Cool. Again, not the most interesting episode, very basic. A Season 1, typical Season 1 opener. A typical Season 1 episode for a show. Still looking forward to the rest of the season and potentially seasons after. That will be a lot better from what I've heard. A number of people have said that, Smallville and the other shows that I react to, like Stargate and Buffy, get much better after Season 1. If you want the full uncut, unedited reaction, it's available on Patreon. I also now upload the YouTube version also to Spotify. That's also in the description below. And also my social media accounts, Twitter and Facebook, are in the description below. If you enjoyed this reaction, don't forget to give it a like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.